Good morning everybody, my name is Beena and this wonderful little fella here is Walter. Welcome to the channel, hope you're doing well. It's been a little while since I did a video, well over a week, because I've been suffering from back problems. I think I trapped a nerve in my lower back, or maybe got a disc problem, I don't know at the moment, but it's been really bad for the last week. So bad in fact that I almost couldn't wear socks for a couple of days because I couldn't physically put them on, and Mrs. Beena had gone away for a week delivering training, so I was left to my own devices, and I was finding it difficult to cope with day-to-day activities. It was so bad. Just getting up out of a seat was a real mammoth task. So yeah, but it seems to have calmed down a little bit. Well, that's good. What's happened there? They've waved people through on a red light. Congratulations, you're idiots. It might be working there, I guess. So yeah, it's calmed down a little bit. I think something's popped back into place, or popped out of place, and it's now just painful rather than excruciatingly painful, which is nice. But obviously I haven't been able to ride lovely Walter here for that week, because there was absolutely no way that was going to happen. The irony being that, well, not irony, the coincidence being that if you have watched my other videos, you'll know that I originally stopped biking about 15 years ago because I did my back in, and it was bad for like 3 years, and I thought that was the end of my motorbiking journey. And the coincidence is that I did my back in then washing a new car that I got, and the new car that I got was a Skoda Yeti, and I got that for a couple of reasons. One, I'd always quite fancied one because they're nice little cars, and they're very practical if you've got a dog, and you know, they're well made, got quite a lot of equipment for the price you pay. I mean, they're basically a slightly less budget, slightly more budget Volkswagen Golf with a bigger body. But yeah, I bought that because at the time I had a bad back. I was suffering from back problems, and I researched what is the best car to have if you've got back problems, and the Skoda Yeti came up time and time again as being the #1 most comfortable car for people with disc problems. I thought, great, I'll buy one. And my back wasn't really bad at that point, but I had been having issues with it. So I got one, and I washed it on the first weekend that I got it, and completely buggered my back up. Disc went, and like I say, for 3 years then, that was it. I was in agony and trying to get treatment on the NHS. That's a whole other story. But yeah, the irony of buying a car to help with my back and then completely buggering it up by washing it. So yeah, the coincidence is that obviously I bought a new bike thinking, oh, I don't have a back problem anymore, and literally the first time I washed him, I buggered it up. I was giving him a good old scrub. I mean, I was actually cleaning my wife's van as well, so the blame can't be solely placed on poor Walter's shoulders. But yeah, I washed my wife's van, and I was okay. I thought I was okay, and then I woke up the next morning, this was last Sunday, and basically could barely walk. Couldn't get out of bed. Yeah, it had really gone. So I had to not do a lot last week at all. And then when was it? Thursday last week, so I took a couple of days off work, a couple of days leave off work at the end of last week. Thought I'd have a nice long bank holiday weekend. And Thursday last week I woke up and it was okay. Well, it wasn't okay, it was still painful, but it wasn't excruciatingly painful. It was obvious that something had shifted, and the pressure had been taken off whatever nerve it was on, and it was okay. And I was like, oh, that's brilliant, I'm on the mend again. And I wandered around for a bit that day. Actually no, sorry, that was Wednesday night. At some point during the day that happened. And then I woke up Thursday morning, it was still okay. And then I brushed my teeth, I bent over to spit my toothpaste out, and it went again. I was like, oh no, why? And so yeah, it was really, really bad again. And then I think it was Sunday, was it Saturday or Sunday? I just did something again, and it seemed to pop back in or out, and it's been okay again since. I mean, I say it's okay again since, it's really still quite painful, but nowhere near as bad. And if I'm honest, I probably shouldn't be out on Walter. I probably still should be resting it up, but I've missed riding him so much. And as you know, this is my my happy place. So I just wanted to get out, just see what it's like, how my back's going to fare. And obviously I've opted to come down this road with loads of speed humps, which is not good for it. I've also worn the wrong jacket. It's been quite chilly the last few days. Here's the weather update, everyone, brace yourselves. We've caught the tail end of some storm, some hurricane that's been over in the Americas. Let's go up here to get away from this bloody car. Yeah, we caught the tail end of some storm, and it's brought some really unseasonably cold, wet and windy weather. I mean, I know cold, wet and windy is kind of our thing in the UK, but for August it's usually quite nice over here, so yeah, it's been really cold. It's been like 14-15 degrees Celsius. So today I've come out with my thicker jacket on and I'm quite sweaty now. It looks like the weather's going to pick up again this week and have some 25-26 degrees, so a bit more summery. What would one of my videos be without me talking about the weather, eh? Yeah, this isn't going to be a very long one today. I literally just wanted to come out and see how my back's faring. And apparently I've come up a really bumpy road as well as the one with the speed humps. I just wanted to get out in the fresh air. I haven't really been out anywhere. So it's nice just to get outside, some fresh air. And that's what we're doing. Have anything else to talk about this week. Last week was similar. I posted a video that I'd made, but I wasn't happy with, so I never made it public on YouTube. But I kept it there just in case I ever needed to put something up, because I wasn't able to go out. That's what I did. Is that a kite up there? Is that today's critter counter? Yes. Apparently there's a stray Harris hawk knocking around my parts. Sounded wrong. Whipton Age Zoo, which is fairly local to me, had one of their Harris hawks out called Churro on a training flight, and he buggered off. And this is last Friday. Where are we now? Tuesday. They haven't been able to get him back. And they believe that he's somewhere in the local area. Now, we're not really that local, we're a few miles away, but birds, especially big birds like that, they'll fly quite a distance. And I live near Enfield, so I'm hoping at some point I'll spot him. That'd be a bit of a different critter count for me. And I really like Harris hawks. They're beautiful birds, very intelligent. In the Bedfordshire area and you're watching this at the end of August, you happen to see a Harris hawk with a blue ring around his leg, give Whipton Age Zoo a bell. I'm sure they'd be happy to have him back. Should we go down here? Well, the sun's coming out. So I see that Royal Enfield have released a new gorilla. What do we think of that? Personally, it's not my kind of thing. Just looks a little bit generic in my view. I prefer, as we know, I prefer the more retro looking bikes. And to me it just looks a bit sure it's a blast to ride and it'll be very popular. And I guess it's good that Royal Enfield are branching out into new markets. Looking at the the more kind of modern cruisery type market. It's not really a cruiser, is it? Really a street cruiser. I'm sure it will do very well. But for me, it's like the new Himalayan. I mean, it's very much like the Himalayan, isn't it? The new 450. They've gone for a modern aesthetic with that as well, and I feel that the Himalayan's lost its charm. And I'm very tempted to buy 411 Himalayan for the winter as a winter hack. I really like the look of them. They've definitely got that kind of utilitarian, old school charm to them. And the new one for me, again, it's just got a little bit generic adventure bike. Sure, it's a good bike as well, but not for me. What do you think? You tempted by the new Hemi or the new Gorilla? I think more interesting for me is going to be the Rumored 650 Classic. What that's going to look like. Anyway, that was just a little ride out just to test my back out. I think I shall head back home now. Apologies for the slightly boring content again. I will make a concerted effort next week now that I know that my back can cope. And we'll think of something interesting to discuss next week. Until then, have a wonderful week. Ride safe out there, keep your shiny side up, and I'll speak to you next time. Bye!